Welcome, my name is Jocelyn and today we are doing my November Shop My Stash. I am filming this much later than usual. Usually I film these at the very end of the previous month, but it is already November 2nd. This is due to go up in 2 days, so you should be seeing it on November 4th. You don't care about this. I'm really excited. I love November. It might be one of my favorite months out of the year. Fall time, the holidays, the warm eyeshadow looks, which is not what I'm wearing today. So without further ado, I'm gonna be going through my collection. All of my makeup is mostly stored in this Alex drawer and Muji drawer system up there. I'm gonna be taking you through and pulling things out to use for the month of November, and then I'll show you at the end what everything looks like in my beauty box, and I think that's about it. So if you like Shop My Stash videos, I hope you enjoy this one, and let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, so here we are in the first drawer right here. This is where I have mostly just single eyeshadows and a few eyeliners and bits and bobs. So I did keep in quite a few single eyeshadows, so I'm not really sure how many I'm gonna need to pull for, but I'm thinking maybe one of these Morphe single shadows. Ooh, that one's a really pretty copper color. I think I'm gonna bring in this Morphe shadow. This is High Class. It's one of their pressed pigments. I don't even know if they have these anymore, but I don't even know if I've really dug into this specific shadow, so we're gonna bring this one in to use, and then I think that's actually going to be it from these single shadows. I'll probably pull in a couple of the Colourpop Super Shock shadows, but I also actually, now that I'm here, want to bring in this Urban Decay Liquid Moon Dust eyeshadow in the shade Solstice. This is such a beautiful liquid shadow. Well, here, while I'm here, let's go ahead and show you what I mean. I mean, I don't know if you'll oh, there it is. It's got such a cool shift to it. It's like a rusty red with a purple shift. Ah, so pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and bring this in, and then I think that's actually gonna do it for this drawer. All right, moving into this next drawer, this is where I have concealers, foundations, and primers. Now, I am going to bring in this Cover FX Power Play foundation. This is one of my top favorite foundations, and I'll probably put my Fenty foundation back. That's my other top favorite foundation. So I'll exchange those two out, and then I think this might be too dark for me. I think this is much more of a, yeah, this is much more of a summer foundation. And then I'm still using a concealer. This one is more of a summer concealer. This one's more of a winter, and I'm not quite pale enough for this one. I am using up a deluxe size primer right now. I don't love it though. I think I'm going to bring in this Too Faced Hangover RX primer. This is a really good one, I think, for the winter because it has a lot more moisturizing properties in it, more nourishing. So I'm gonna bring this in to use, and I think that's gonna do it for this drawer. Moving into this drawer, this is where I have bronzers, highlighters, blushes, and powders, and of course face palettes or just larger compacts. And okay, so what do I want? I know I want a different highlighter. I think, do I want to bring Mary Luminizer in? Has been a while. No, but I really have been wanting to bring this in. I think I'm going to bring in this Too Faced highlighter. This is what the inside looks like. As you can see, I've worn away quite a bit of the imprint right here. This is one of the Love Light highlighters by Too Faced in the shade Blinded by the Light. I really love this, and I really have been wanting to use it, so let's go ahead and bring that out. I am using a powder, a couple powders right now that I'll probably just roll over. Actually, no. Changed my mind. I am going to bring in, does this have powder in it right now? This is a Laura Mercier powder container, but I keep RCMA powder in there. I might be out. I can't really tell if there's any in here. I guess I could unscrew it. Oh, yep, there's some. Okay, so this is where I keep my RCMA powder because I hate using the actual tub that it comes in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start using that powder since it's been quite a while since I've used it, and I'd kind of like to get it used up because it's almost gone anyways. All right, so there's a powder. I do want maybe a couple blushes. I think the first I'm gonna bring in is this Milani blush. This is in the shade Romantic Rose. I've used this a fair amount. As you can see, the kind of embossing, is that what it's called? The pattern right here has been tampered down quite a bit, but this is a really good, I think, wintry shade. I think I'm also going to bring in this Hourglass blush. This is in the shade Mood Exposure. This is what the inside looks like. This is a really nice, just warm toned blush that I would like to get some use out of. I think that's going to do it for blushes. I have a contour shade and a bronzer in Project Pan, so I don't need to pull any of those in. Do I want any of this stuff? I don't think I'm gonna bring any of these palettes in this month. So that'll be it for that drawer. All right, moving into probably my favorite drawer. I think I say this in every single Shop My Stash video, so I apologize. But my palette drawer, so oh god, I feel like there's always so many palettes that I want to pull in. The first is definitely going to be this Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette. As you can see, it has not been opened. Further proof that it has not been opened. Do you want to experience this with me? Oop. Dun, dun, dun. So satisfying. So I am going to bring this palette into my collection. Oh, look at how pretty. I think this screams fall to me. So, oh, I'm so excited to finally use this. We're going to bring this palette in to start with. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in this Milani palette. It's been quite a while since I've used it. This is their Earthy Elements palette. It's so warm toned. I mean, it might be better for summer, but I could see some fall tones in here. So let's bring that one in. I was thinking I might bring the Master palette in. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in the Master palette by Mario and Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's been quite a while since I've used this palette, so let's go ahead and give her a chance. She looks very used. Okay, do I want to bring any more in? All right, so the last palette I think I'm gonna bring in is this Huda Beauty palette. I think it's been, the last time I wanna say that I used this was much earlier, the very beginning of the year, and the shades in here are very fall-esque. I did spend a lot of money on this palette, so I wanna make sure that I get good use out of it, and I'm honestly pretty excited. If any of you caught my most recent, or one of my most recent videos, I think it was a tag video, I did say that I was no longer purchasing from Huda Beauty because of her mink lashes, but I do have some things in my collection from her. I think only eyeshadows, and I mean, they're good eyeshadows, I'm not gonna lie about that, and I did buy them, so I'm going to use them, but just so you know, I'm no longer buying from Huda Beauty. And that is gonna do it for my eyeshadow drawer. I think I have a good little collection of palettes to work with this month, and I'm very excited. So here we are now with my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow collection, almost all of them. I am currently panning one of these shadows, and then there were a few, let's see, 1, 2, 3 that I kept in my beauty box to use. Maybe I actually don't need very many of these, but is there any in here that I'm thinking I want to pull in? I'm kind of feeling Sundance, but I think I used that recently. You know, actually looking at it, I really don't think that if I pulled anything from here into my monthly makeup basket that I would use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spare myself and not pull anything in from here. All right, so moving into my first drawer of liquid lipsticks. I've got a lot of Ofra, Colourpop, Stila, and some various others in here. The first I'm gonna pull in is this Colourpop Ultra Satin lipstick in the shade Frickin' Frack. This is one of my favorite shades. It is a beautiful fall color, and the Ultra Satin lipsticks are some of my favorites. Well, they are probably my favorites from Colourpop. I think I'm also gonna bring in this Stila liquid lipstick. This is one of their Stay All Day liquid lipsticks. The only trouble with this particular shade is that it does have a bit of shimmer in it, but this is in the shade Amore. It is a really pretty fall lipstick anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it in and try and use it. And then I think that's gonna do it for this drawer. All right, so moving out of liquid lipsticks and into lip pencils and a few other just lipsticks. The first I'm gonna pull in is this Sephora lipstick. This is in the shade focus. This is what it looks like. It's a really, really pretty, it's coming off a little more pink on the screen than it does in real life. It's a very like rusty rose color. It's such a pretty fall color. Sephora, though, the Sephora brand, in case you didn't know, is not cruelty free. I bought this a long time ago, but it is a beautiful shade, so I'm gonna bring it in for the month. Maybe one day I will use it up. Probably not, though. It'll probably go bad before then. The next shade I want to bring in, I actually think that's gonna do it for this drawer also. We're not pulling in too many lipsticks this month, apparently. All right, on to the fourth and final drawer here. Ooh, I'm gonna pull in this Ultra Blotted Lip from Colourpop. This is in the shade Soda Pop. It is a really cool shade. This formula is really neat. I think it would work really well for the fall. There is what it looks like right there. Okay. Nice raspberry tone. Could look really good. And then I think the last one that I'm gonna bring in is this, another Huda Beauty product. Apparently I didn't just have eyeshadows, I do have some liquid lipsticks. This is in the shade Muse, I believe. Yes, Muse, there it is. Oop, this way. This is a really good fall neutral shade also. So I'm gonna bring this in. I think also I want another neutral shade. So I'm going to bring in this NYX Liquid Suede lipstick. This is in the shade, I don't know, Soft Spoken. This is another one of my favorite liquid lipsticks ever. It's just such a really good formula, really comfortable, has pretty good lasting power. So I'm gonna bring that one in, and that is gonna do it. So I'm gonna put everything in my beauty box and then show you the final result. Oh, okay, well. All right, so here is my beauty box in its full glory. I do have two Colourpop Super Shock shadows up here. This one right here in the shade Muse is one that's in my Wear by Winter project pan, and this one is part of the Disney Colourpop collection. It's in the shade So this is Love, and this is one of my current absolute favorite eyeshadows. It's so beautiful. It's actually the one that I'm wearing in today's Shop My Stash video, so I keep them up here because they're ones, well, this one I have to use, and this one I just love so much that I want it right out where I can reach it. This first drawer is where we have all of the lip products that we pulled in. I also have a couple of, well, actually a few glitter eyeshadows, Stila, Colourpop, and that Moon Dust one by Urban Decay that I'll probably actually just leave in here. And then I also have a chapstick that just kind of hangs out in here in case I need it. Next drawer down is more of my single eyeshadows, so I have a bunch over here. The only one that I think we brought in was this Morphe one. It is in the color High Class. I think I already said that. I do have a mascara, brow gel, waterproof mascara, eye primer, and my eyebrow pomade here that are just kind of everyday things. I will say this Stila mascara, while we're here talking about it, it's their Extreme Lash Mascara. Actually, it might be the Huge Extreme Lash Mascara, but I don't like this. At first I really loved it, and when I can get it to work I really like it, but it makes my lashes look really clumpy if I'm not careful, and every time I take it out of the tube I have to like sit there and scrape off all of the excess product, and it's kind of a nightmare. So I'm getting one in the mail soon, and so I'm really excited to use that one, but for now I'm using this one. And so that is this drawer, not too exciting. The next drawer down is a little bit more exciting. We've got quite a bit of movement in this one. This is the primer that we brought in and the foundation. This Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation is a rollover, as is this concealer, and this primer. And then this powder is new. I haven't used the RCMA powder in a while. This blush is new, and this highlighter is new. Everything else in here is rollovers. Either, I think almost everything in here is from Project Pan that isn't fresh. So that is this drawer. And finally, the creme de la creme, my eyeshadows. So over here in the side, I have the, actually let's switch these around. I actually don't know if I like that better, whatever. Okay, so we have the Dose of Colors, the Milani Single Shadows, Huda, and then Anastasia. This palette right here is in my Project Pan, and I do have the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette that's also in a Project Pan. So there you go. I'm very excited about this. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my Shop My Stash for the month of November. If you like Shop My Stash videos, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe to see more content from me, don't forget to do so before you go. All buttons are down below, and I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.